Welcome back to North of the Broad. I'm your host, Karen Wyman, coming to you from Higher Ground in Buford. I'm joined this afternoon by author Ryan Copeland from Starbooks. He's here to talk about his book, Beauty of Buford. Welcome,
Yes.
Ryan.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So obviously you have a lot going on. It's been a busy week for you.
Very much. Very much.
So why did this book get written? How did it get written and published? Talk a little bit about that for our viewers.
Well, I had a conversation with the publisher, Lydia Inglet, with Starbooks, and she publishes all types of wonderful quality, local flavor books.
Yeah, I'm familiar with some of the work that she's done with Wendy Pulitzer.
Yes. A lot of books like that, but we felt that this maybe reached a niche in the market that was not there. This is a book that is not too heavy on text, but not overloaded with photographs either. It's kind of a good combination.
Kind of a good mix of both for people who are interested in having,
Right.
We know how visually appealing and beautiful Buford is.
Yes.
And so obviously your book captures a lot of that beauty. So what do you think that's what appeals to most of the readers? Just
I hope so. It's one of those things where you can't have too much text or you'll lose someone, but it's not just photographs either. I think the words give context to what you're looking at. And it's a great snapshot of Buford in the 21st century. I don't think that there's been a book like this for quite a while now. Yes, there are history books and there are photograph-only books. This is kind of a combination.
excellent. So how are the entries and the photos chosen for this book?
We tried to make sure that we just hit the highlights. All the places a tourist would go when they visit, what do they go back and review on TripAdvisor. And we also tried to make sure that we included places that even a local should know a little something about.
Yeah, I agree with you. I always like to explore my own adopted hometown,
Sure.
as I like to say, and there's always places that I'm finding and discovering, generally
Right.
on a weekly basis. And I thought, oh, if I had known about how pretty this was, I would have come here before, or I would have shown somebody
Exactly.
else this vista or this pretty gated home.
Hopefully the book covers all that.
Wonderful. So why do you think that Buford is such a cultural hotspot still?
I think that we live in this age, with the advent of social media, that more and more people are still discovering what those of us who have been here forever know.
Or just 10 years.
Yeah, even just 10 years. It's a charming coastal community, and it really hasn't changed all that much over time. And even the few changes that we've had here have been mostly positive. I think because of the land, we're sort of restricted from
Right.
getting too big for
Too
our britches.
big and too high.
But at the same time, I think I wrote somewhere in the book that Buford will never be the equal of Savannah or Charleston, but it's still somehow the envy of both.
I agree.
And more people are still coming here.
Still coming and discovering its beauty and its charm and all that
Exactly.
it has to offer. What is your own favorite story and photograph from the book? I always like to know when someone puts a compilation together, what comes and rises to their top of the list.
It's amazing to me. I started off focusing on the downtown area just because it's the most picturesque, and we've got centuries-old houses, churches with amazing histories behind each and every one of them.
Yep.
But then that's mostly a pre-Civil War area. History-wise, it's very important in U.S. history. But if you move out to the barrier islands in St. Helena, you start getting to post-Civil War history. And it's two sides of the same coin, but it's just as important to me. And when I was researching everything that's gone on at Penn Center, along with the photographs of oak trees out there, it was amazing to me. That was really fun to write that portion.
Excellent. Obviously we know that Penn Center itself has gotten a recent historical
Yes,
landmark.
long overdue.
Long overdue, as we all know, but that was an exciting thing that had happened this past year in Buford
Yes.
for that cultural center. So where can interested readers find a copy of your book? Because right now I want to go buy one. We only have less than a minute in our interview here, but we want to make sure that people can go and buy the book.
Yes.
So tell us.
If you want to go online, they are available at starbooks.biz, which is the publisher's website. And if they are purchased before May 31st, a portion of the proceeds will go to the Friends of Hunting Island. That
Excellent.
was chosen by the Camera Club of Buford. very gracious
Because
of them.
goodness, we know that they need it.
They do, just racked by Hurricane Matthew. So it will help with that, and they'll be available in local bookstores as well.
Excellent. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for being a guest on North of the Broad. Congratulations on
Thank you.
this book coming out. We're excited to have it here and add to all the beauty that Beaufort already is.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
so much. And that wraps up this edition of North of the Broad. Hope to see you next time.